everyone, and welcome to another content management Snacktime Snippet presented by XTIVIA. This Snacktime Snippet is the first in a series we're starting on Contentful Best Practices. And today we'll be hearing from the CTO and Vice President of Digital Experience Solutions here at XTIVIA, Vivek Agarwal. Over to you, Vivek.
Today, I'm here to talk about one of my favorite topics from a best practices perspective, naming. I will cover 3 best practices that all relate to names. But let me start with some background. Very early on in my software development career, I realized the importance of software design at a micro level in addition to the macro level. My favorite assertion to my peer developers was that you should design each line of code. And an important aspect of this was naming your classes, your methods, your variables. When I first started doing content management system implementations in the year 2000, I carried this dictum forward into content management and evangelized the importance of naming your content articles, content fields, and any content templates as well. At XTIVIA, we have stressed the importance of this in all the different content management systems we worked with, and Contentful is not any different. This is crucial to ensure that your content is maintainable by a team for the long run. The first naming best practice is to name your content type fields well. Pay attention to naming your content type fields and don't treat this as an afterthought. Your content management team and developers will thank you for this. The next best practice in this series is name your content entries. And this flows from the same naming philosophy. Include an author-friendly name in your content types that is not displayed to end users. This will make it easier for your content team to identify the purpose of specific page sections and articles when there's no obvious title field in your content type. And even if there is a title field in your content type, it is generally a best practice to add a name field that is for use by con authors only. And the last best practice that I'll cover today is to establish naming conventions for your content entries. In most, if not all, Contentful implementations, it makes sense to establish naming conventions for your content and incorporate these naming conventions when naming your content entries. In our experience, we have found it handy to prefix any global content entries that are used in multiple locations on your website with the prefix global or shared. For example, you might have a CTA banner that promotes a free trial for your product and is used in multiple locations in your website. And you may give it a name, shared free product trial banner. This has the benefit that a content manager editing this page section on a specific website page does not accidentally update it in a manner that would be inconsistent with using it on multiple pages. Another common naming convention in XTIVIA project was to prefix page-specific content sections with the page title. As you can see in the image, if you have a landing page called Equipment Financing, you could prefix all the page section names with Equipment Financing page, leading to the section names that you see. I hope you take naming to heart and establish and implement these best practices in your next Contentful implementation. Good names are hard, but don't let that stop you.
Awesome. Thank you so much for all that information, Vivek. And thank you everyone who joined us today to get some of the Contentful best practices. Please come back next week for another content management snack time snippet and more contentful best practices from one of our other team members. Thanks so much and have a great day, everyone.